Radio Entertainment. You can listen to The Mike O'Mara Show at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Let's get started.
It's The Mike O'Mara Show with Mike O'Mara, Oscar Santana, and Rob Spiewak. Now, here's Mike.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to The Mike O'Mara Show. Hinesville, Georgia. Catoosa, Oklahoma. Every now and then I'll hear a name of cities that we have, and I'll think about what it must look like. What do you think it's like in Saturday night in Catoosa?
I'd say they probably put the sidewalks away Saturday night.
I would say my picture of it, I've never been there, never heard of it, would be wide open spaces, like the Pioneer Woman's hubby.
Oh, no, I think
of... you don't think there's a town, though?
I don't know.
I think of Lucchese's and ostrich Lucchese's, like cowboy
ostrich
boots.
Mm-hmm. Big Town, Saginaw, Michigan. We all know where that is. Willsboro, New York. Harley, Georgia. Well, it's nice to see everybody in Harley. Gourmet, Turkey.
Yes.
The Mike O'Mara Show is on the air, and delighted to have you with us on a Tuesday show. Little League night. Fall Little League begins tonight, and I would be, look, I bring the good with my son, and I bring the not so good with my son. And I would be lying if I didn't say that the information dropped on him right before school this morning that he had Little League tonight was not met with what I would call joy, which tells me that mommy and daddy have to monitor the screen time just a little bit, because with those little screens, I'm the same way with my slot machines, you can get it can be all-encompassing, and then you lose any interest in doing anything at all, especially something physical. So we're dragging him out there. We're not dragging him. He's okay, but he was surprised.
Is it practice or is it a game?
It's practice. In fact, they practice something like the whole month of September and part of October. So that's it.
I'm without child. And I don't think I'll ever have a child.
That's the best news I've heard all day
for society.
I'm beginning to accept that. I think we all accept that reality.
Does it make me selfish? Probably. Fine.
That's all right. So as long as you keep doing the show.
Yeah. So
dedicating yourself to my business.
The level of give and F for sports when you're a kid is driven primarily from my experience, my parents or friends. Now, I used to be driven by Mrs. Parker to soccer practice because my best friend, Stephen Parker, would make sure that we got there.
Isn't he the one who was his brother? Peter?
No. Peter.
No, it was Richard.
No.
There. No. That's it. I'm out. You're king of the Richards.
Tom Parker.
Parker's. You're king of the Parker.
Yeah.
Tom Parker.
The Parker brothers.
Does that count as two?
No, I think I'll accept Parker Brothers because of the games.
Yeah. They were just millionaires now. So
the house rolls.
we were excited because our friends were all going to be there, and that's what it was. And when we weren't into it, I remember Mr. Parker, Bill, would come down.
I'm Bill Parker,
and he worked for IBM, Big Blue. He'd come downstairs and say he wouldn't mince words. He'd like, get the F up, effers. It's time to exercise. And we'd jump in the station wagon and go to practice.
Bill Parker's station wagon.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it, and that's my mindset too. That with the new school and the dad having the back on the fritz.
Mm-hmm.
We want to not get into any lazy parenting ruts here, and so. Today, and by the way, oh my God, when you talk about a young boy, I've had girls, and I was a part-time dad during the girls' years, formative years, but at this age in particular, I was out of the picture, and the weekend, daddy day, daughter day, that's what I had. But I have to tell you, once again, out to the old big box store for sporting equipment, go pick up the orders from the commander-in-chief that's slaying the dragon herself, go pick up 2 sizes of baseball cleats. Yeah. And then, by the way,
there's
does he have both feet are the same size, right?
Yeah, both full. He get 4 and 4.5.
Oh, just in case.
2,
okay,
just in case, and then we take the other ones back. But also small baseball pants and medium baseball.
Is it
pants.
weird wearing the same shoe size as your son?
what Rob is referring to, and
do you have little feet?
Tiny.
Well, what many people might not know is that, look, my father, well, it's a brief story, but I'll try to tell it as quickly as possible. My father spent a great deal of time in World War II in the South Pacific.
That's right.
And at one point, he took up with a geisha.
Right.
Oh, there were
after the war.
traditions. That's
and
right.
And he loved the fact that she had little feet, and he asked her all about it. So when I was a boy, my feet were bound.
Got it.
And
my feet were bound.
It's tragic and beautiful at the same time. And it's weird because being a radio guy for years, we didn't see you at all. Now we just see you from the chest up. Yeah. If people want an image of what your feet look like, have you ever seen Yosemite Sam?
Yeah.
It looks like that.
No, it's more like picture the foot version of that sketch that Kristen Wiig did on Saturday Night Live.
The sisters on the Lawrence Welk show?
Yes, that's it. Which was one of my absolute, I think one of the greatest things she ever did. I loved it.
Mm-hmm. But
so
it's
getting
all
back
about
to
tradition.
That,
yes.
Well, but I mean, it's all about, I want him to be well-rounded, and he's at a school where that kind of participation is, and I worry about the obsession with the game, and I think it's healthy. I've said it before. That's his playing outside on the street with the friends. They don't do that anymore. They play online. That's what all kids do. That's the way it is. But at the same time, certain traditions will be upheld in this house. You will get outside and you will participate in sports. Doesn't have to be a sport that I want, just a sport. And
did Carla play any sports? Or any sort of stuff like that? Soccer,
I think she
did?
played soccer, maybe a little bit of soccer. I'm not sure, though. They jumped around a lot as far as living in different places. So I forget how many schools she went to, but a bunch of different schools. So
she was an Army
anyway, she sure, we'll go with that. But anyhow, the thing I wanted to talk about first and foremost, as I was watching another 10 hours of coverage of the Royals, which I have burned out on now. It's
really?
Official.
You were still pretty hot on it yesterday.
I was okay because I liked the little parade. And by the way, in the news today, you'll hear what I witnessed live. So I will tell you, I can describe exactly what happened yesterday during the march from the castle in Edinburgh to the cathedral.
May I just ask one dumb question?
Yeah, go right ahead.
I feel like a rube. Why Scotland?
Because that's where her summer home was, her summer castle. And it's the United Kingdom. So Scotland is part of the United Kingdom.
Where did William Wallace fight?
That was Scotland.
Okay. I was trying to explain.
If you remember, he didn't win. He lost rather badly.
He lost to the Queen.
If you remember the King, Braveheart,
yes,
remember the evil king? Use the Ada cost money. Use the Irish. Oh, Patrick McGowan, the best evil king of England
Great actor.
ever.
Great
That sums it up for my father. After many whiskeys, who would they're the tyrants of history. So there's a little of me that says that as well. They're there, but. I wanted to say, and I wrote this, hey, Royal Obsessed Media.
Yeah.
A bulletin for you. Hello. Now we see the Earl of Clam is making his way with the scepter of Golem, and he is wearing the royal double-edged sword is being hefted onto the stone of Maybury. And you will see the Earl of Sussex and the Duke of Pectoral will be finding his place behind the coffin. And they are making their way slowly up the Green Mile as Tom Hanks and the rest of the uniformed masses of the prison guards lead them up past the streets of Edinburgh to the Cathedral of St. Wizzywaddam. And Wizzywaddam is good. So anyway, but I get it. It was an incredible reign, and for the British people, it's spectacular.
Yes.
And I like the pageantry, and I will look forward to watching the funeral if I get a chance to, and also watching the coronation of King Charles III. Mummy is gone at 75. Mummy is gone. the reason I bring this up, yes, go ahead.
I was going to say, which coverage are you going to watch of the funeral? Are you going to go with the Ryan Seacrest coverage or the Pitbull coverage?
Network.
NFL. Oh, good, good. Yeah. I thought that would be excellent.
I want Rich Eisen to,
who?
No nonsense.
Absolutely.
Who, in your estimation, looks the most powerful on television of the royal family?
The king. King Charles. I think he looks like the main man.
Little George.
Camilla. Body language. Knows that she wasn't wanted, but she beat them all out.
She did.
She's sitting there on that
winner.
stage.
She's a winner.
But she still has the title. She has the fake title, though, that queen consort.
Yeah.
Which really sounds like the queen concubine to me.
Yeah. Well, that's what it is.
But just seeing her sitting up there, and look, I don't mean to be crass, but I sat there and I said, man.
Lady Cuckold. Hello, Lady Cuckold.
Of all the people that you would ever think would be sitting on that stage.
Right.
The Duchess of Adultery.
Won't she be taking? She'll be taking a meeting later with the Earl of Merton, won't she?
The Earl of Merton will be making his way, and of course, behind that, holding the scepter of joy, is the king's puppeteer. The reason I bring all this up about the royals is just a little bitty bulletin for the news people, the short attention span theater that we digest in the United States. Bulletin. Ukraine is kicking ass, okay? It should be noted that Ukraine is kicking ass. The little country that everybody expected Russia would steamroll over in 3 days. Let me share this.
We did help.
Of course we helped.
Yeah.
But let me, from the pages of the Washington Post.
Oh, Washington's alternative newspaper, Mr.
Alternative newspaper, John. Oh, John, I will read. By the way, if you didn't listen to the G. Gordon Liddy show, you won't understand the impression I'm doing. But G. Gordon Liddy used to read the newspaper on his midday show.
Yes,
and that was long before Big O and Duke showed up, and I was actually in my car turning the radio on, driving home. Driving into work. Driving into work. Sorry. But anyway, a Ukrainian counteroffensive that has sent Russian forces into a hasty retreat, this is from the Post, could mark a, get ready for this, turning point in the war and raise pressure on Moscow to call up additional forces if it hopes to prevent further Ukrainian advances. That's according to U.S. and Western officials. That was on Monday, yesterday. Mm-hmm. This is amazing. Whether the gains are permanent depends on Russia's next moves, especially whether Putin implements a military draft or orders reinforcements from elsewhere to offset heavy losses in Ukraine. I am sorry. I am all for celebrating royalty. But this is the story, people. This is what threatens Europe. This is a major war going on right now. And this little country that could, defending their homeland, these people are a phenomenon. I'd heard this in a negative light way back before Putin's offensive or any of it, when they used to talk about they said the Russian mob will pry your eyeballs out, and the Ukrainian mob will do it with their teeth because the Ukrainians are that much tougher. Yeah. Well,
we learned that in Eastern Promises.
Yes. Eastern Promises, he's Ukrainian, isn't he?
Yeah, and
if I'm not Ukrainian, mistaken, Viggo Mortensen, right?
Yeah, and it's as we like to, another Big O and Duke's reference. There's nothing like a naked roundhouse kick in the middle of a open, bath, or the European baths when you're fighting,
taking a steam.
Yeah, when you're fighting naked.
Same kind of steam baths that you remember in Rounders.
Yes.
When he goes to see John Turturro to ask for money. That kind of steam
when Viggo does this big roundhouse kick, and if you pause it at the right time, you know that he's fighting with more than just his legs.
By the way, Viggo is in 15 Lives. Mm-hmm. The movie about the kids in Thailand that got caught in the cave. If you get a chance to see that movie, it kicks ass. I hope it gets attention. Let me finish this story here. Ukraine, let me see. In mere days, Ukrainian military forces have retaken nearly all of the Kharkiv region that Russian forces occupied since the opening of the war. The rapidity of the pullback appears to have stunned Russian military troops and commanders. Here's what one official says. The Russians are in trouble. The question will be how the Russians will react, but their weaknesses have been exposed, and they don't have great manpower reserves or equipment reserves. This is big, happy,
it's
good
dangerous.
news. Of course it's dangerous, but Oscar, they're in a war anyway. But I mean, I'm tired of being that way because the fact is they're in the war.
Thank our friends, dear Northrop Grumman and your friends at Raytheon.
Are you talking?
The weapons are working. Okay. Keep it up.
Ukrainian forces appeared to be moving ahead carefully and consolidating their gains, another official said, noting Russian forces seem to have recognized they lack the weapons and manpower to hold newly liberated towns and villages in northeast of the country. They're not going to use nukes if that's what you're worried about. Ain't going to happen. Trust me. Ain't going to happen. I don't believe that for 1 second because I think he's at the very heart, he's a self-preservationist. I don't think he's going to blow the world up.
We've got that new if you haven't seen this, look it up. There is a laser weapon that's on top of one of the latest battleships that we have within our fleet.
That's us, not the Russians.
That's us.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't use bullets or flares. It just is a laser to protect. It's like a laser dome. It's amazing. It's like Star Wars, but on Earth.
From the Post, Oscar, the officials were skeptical that Putin, who has resisted calling up additional forces, would resort to extreme tactics such as the use of chemical or tactical nuclear weapons. For all their shortcomings, the Russians still have the capability to regroup and hit back hard. Some officials have cautioned. But the recent gains have fueled a new sense of optimism that Ukrainian forces could recapture more territory in the coming weeks and potentially force the Russians out of the land that they have held since the war began in February. Ukrainian military and intelligence officials have long been confident of their eventual victory, often in the face of skepticism from U.S. and Western allies, and that's something to be happy about. So happy news.
Yeah, but you'll never get that coverage because the Today Show hasn't hired Ukrainian watchers.
No, I thought it was on the nightly news last night.
It was on the nightly news as a news story, but
it should be at the top.
Your news channels are dominated by this, and I'm sorry. I think yes,
getting trim and fit.
Really, I haven't seen him recently.
He was like
good news.
He was like office, like he was like movie star Pudgy when he first came out,
right?
But now it's like he's going to CrossFit. Now, mind you, he's in the middle of a war. But he's been working out.
Maybe he's getting ready to tour again with his stand-up act.
I think it's great news. I'm so happy about it. I was so happy reading this. This is the first really in-depth article about a real offensive. And they weren't supposed to do this.
Optimistic, but the Russians are now talking to the Chinese, and the Chinese
I know.
The guy knows
all is fair in love and war, and no one knows what's going to happen in love and war. You never know what the bottom line is. I don't know what the bottom line is going to be at Little League practice tonight.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to get there at Little League practice and I'm going to look over at my wife and say, "Is that the coach?" Oh my God!
Oh, you haven't met the coach
I hope
yet?
it's the opposite.
Do you get pulled in?
No.
Oh wow!
No, not this time. I just show up. I was told by my wife not to. The extent of my involvement will be if I'm. Hey, here's baseball boy.
There he is.
What is that all about?
He's a pterodactyl.
What is this?
A raptor.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
I did my dinosaur.
He's dinosaur.
Do me a favor. Walk him back at me as dinosaur as I'm doing the show. Okay. So anyway, as I was saying, Michael's got his baseball ball practice tonight. He's got it.
That's the TikTok.
Yeah.
That's it.
Wait, what time's the baseball practice?
7:30. Late. Yeah, late. So get your homework done.
You're gonna miss Jeopardy.
Get ready.
Do some push-ups.
All right. So get out of here. I love you.
The green shirt really sold the dinosaur look.
He's a blast. That kid.
You're so lucky.
You are.
I am lucky.
Yeah,
I am lucky.
Can you imagine if he was a little less?
I
He'd
know.
be so pissed all the time.
I was on a boat with one of them this weekend where I said, "Oh my God, what would I do if I was dealing with that?"
No
shite?
doubts allowed.
It would be
Throw him
terrible.
overboard.
So that put me in a fabulous mood, and I thought I'd share it because I don't know how many people are doing the deep dive. With the news that I bring all the time, and we've had so much doom and gloom out of that area, and to have military victories and have brave men on the front lines that are fighting the Russians. And the Russians, hopefully, look, what I hope really is that the Russian people get fed up with this guy, and we'll see. But you're absolutely right, Oscar. You never know with a dictator that has learned how to survive many, many years. They're evil. That's why they're dictators.
That's what you've always said, though, Mike. You can't trust the Russians. You've said this for years.
The Russians are always the enemy.
It is true. Even when I remember when the Berlin Wall fell, and I was just listening to the radio.
You were like 6, right?
Yeah, and Mike was on the radio then. And
I was 70,
and he.
You were working with Jackson Weaver then.
I was doing, I was the producer. I was the producer of the Frank and Jack morning show. It was fantastic. They'd hired me away. They'd hired me away from Jack Benny.
Oh, it's a sad move. A sad day for the Benny family. Yeah.
Yes, it was he was a good guy. And that whole thing about being cheap was not true. He lit me up.
It's a wonderful story.
He really did, and lots of blow. All the blow I wanted.
Well, that was where they did all the booger sugar was on the Benny show.
I can't believe what quality this is. Anyway,
I'm seeing trails.
Pure Colombian, of course.
Man, Michael, good to see you. How about a bump? Anyway, it was big fun.
Didn't he like it off of a hooker's ass?
Well, come on.
That was in private.
Yeah,
well, I didn't say the gender of the hooker.
Come on.
I understand. So I'm very excited about that. It's a good day, and I have taken the time to look at the news of the day in between what I believe is a really negative addiction to this video slide, even though it's not for money. It costs you money to get money to play.
Right.
And it's much smaller than if you were really big. But that's how they get you, because you run out of money and then you fuel your addiction.
Can you cash in at all?
No.
Oh, so it's just monkey.
It's just money out.
It's funny money.
Yeah.
It's funny money.
It's like a roulette app or anything like that.
It's Roblox. Roblox bucks.
But it's still bucks to get the Roblox bucks.
Yeah.
And now, that's how they get you.
Well, they want you to
I'm not winning. I know I'm not winning nearly as much as I won at the beginning.
Robux?
I believe I'm being played. I believe there's an algorithm out there that is designed to rope me in.
Todd Moore, early on in our app, in his app building days, and my fascination with apps, he said that there was the psychology behind the slot machine and the tones and the actual music. That was almost hypnotizing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this, I believe, is
what's the count?
A money making venture that is not, it's not a casino, but you still lose.
This is even better than for the owner, for the house. This is even better because
there's no risk.
There's no risk on their part.
We play. Right. Mike was playing video poker on this past week's bonus show. This past Friday.
Video slots.
Yeah, video slots. There we go. That like feeling of we're gambling.
Yes,
just him gambling was so infectious because you went gambling the next day, right?
Oh, my mom has got it bad.
Where'd you all go?
Didn't you go to Charlestown?
Yeah, and I had a question for you about that.
Go ahead.
I was curious. Are all people that are infirm in casinos? I saw more oxygen tanks. I saw some.
I figured out what it was.
Them in.
Okay. I've been on the shelf, right?
Right.
With the golf?
Yeah.
I don't know what to do
for
with
like 4 days.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to, I love this show, but I'm not the level of ambition where I want to go, and pull a Rob Mayer schedule. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do stand-up. I don't want to do another radio show. I don't have a desire. I like this. Gives me everything I need every day with that. It's a viable enterprise, and I'm proud of it. Haven't been working out since I threw the back out. And so, and I'm getting to the point where I'm ready to, my regular routine, my days were taken up by my favorite hobby. And so now I think Mrs. O'Mara, she's home. She's clued into the fact that, Daddy's available to do, for the daily honey-do list.
Yeah, no, you got to read books and galleys. You don't have time for this.
Yeah.
And when the honey-do list is over. All right.
Yeah.
How about that? First pull of the day.
What was it?
when Dexter Manley
2 times bar times 3.
That's excellent. That's a good pull. That's a good one.
Dexter Manley used to say as he was fighting his demons.
Less than the bet, Rob.
Oh, don't you hate that? I got a lot of that when I was playing, as my mom likes to call it, wheels.
Yes.
Dexter Manley would fight his addictions, and you can't do this, Mike, otherwise I know you would, with exercise. Like when he felt like he needed to go and do blow, he'd run to the treadmill and start working out.
It's a great way to do it. I mean, Lawrence
Not
Taylor,
blow.
when he had substance abuse problems, he went to the golf course. And when you're on the golf course, a lot of guys do that. A lot of guys have beaten that. It can feed an addiction.
Yeah.
I remember when I was smoking cigarettes, I used to smoke on the golf course, and you saw Arnold Palmer, Ben Hogan, people like that would burn the nicotine out there. And then you got John Daly. Who, when he's not, in competition, or maybe when he is too, he's getting loaded.
And then Tiger Woods' dad had the shaggin' wagon.
Yeah, but it's not. Look, it's nothing I don't have control over.
It made me want to go.
It is so.
It makes you want to go.
It is hypnotic.
Makes you want to go. I wanted to go to MGM. What is it? National Harbor?
Yeah.
Which I know is garbage.
It's a black hole.
I've been there.
Hate that.
It's
casino.
terrible.
I think
Hate
the
that
next
casino.
time
I was only there once. It sucked.
There's a Maryland property, and it's near Flintstone, that is exactly halfway between here and Morgantown, when I take Robert to school. I think that'll be the next joint that my mom and I hit.
Where?
Okay, so it's past Charlestown. Because Rob, explain the geography.
Yes.
Okay, because I'm way out of town. I'm 40 miles out of town. So
you got your Virginia, your West Virginia, and your Maryland.
Right.
It's a little corner of the world where you have those 3 states. I know it doesn't sound like you'd have West Virginia next to Maryland, but you do. Because Maryland's got this little penis that goes out into the rest of the country. Am I right? Right?
It's like a stalactite.
It kind of sodomizes West Virginia a little bit.
This is not typical geography talk, but you're right. You're dead on.
That's why if you came to Mr. O'Mara's geography class, you'd pay attention. All right? Hey, guys, Maryland is having its way with West Virginia. So is this past Hagerstown?
Wait, are you saying Maryland is phallic in its shape as a state, and the tip of Maryland is Cumberland?
Yeah, that's where the tip is located.
Yeah,
Cumberland, Hagerstown. Where's this casino you talking about?
I just looked it up. It's called Rocky Gap Casino Resort.
Old Rocky Gap.
It's
Rocky Gap.
It's a 3-star hotel.
It's hardly a resort.
And it's in Flintstone. It has a golf course. I stopped there once because I had to go to the bathroom, and it was the most expensive stop of my life to pee.
So is it on the way?
Yes.
Is it directly off the route?
It is like maybe 3/4 of a mile off of, I guess, 70 is the road you take up. Yeah.
Oh, the main drag.
Yeah,
all right.
And it's in Flintstone, Maryland.
Is it a nice casino?
It was I found it nicer than Charlestown, smaller than Charlestown, but nicer. And they also had, if you go to a Charlestown, you get like Big Spin instead of Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah.
They had the name slot machines in Flintstone.
Okay.
So
all right,
I think that'll be and some table games.
Where did you all go?
We went to Charlestown.
Do you take a bus or do you drive together?
We drive.
Take a bus.
It's 45 minutes from my house.
Don't people usually take bus? I feel like people go around the city with buses.
Well, there is I did see bus check-in at the casino. Yeah.
I'm slouching. Shannon's telling me
you're getting smaller on the camera. Yes, there you go.
But
power position.
Charlestown is, you know what? When I got there, we got there early, like about 9:30 on Saturday morning.
Oh, that's degenerate time.
Well, no, because we wanted
breakfast.
We didn't want it to be crowded, and also we theorized it might be less smoky because there are no smoking regulations
that's valid.
there.
All right.
When I got there, the cheapest. This is 9:30 in the morning, before 10. The blackjack was a minimum $25 hand to table.
Because they're limited, right? The tables are limited there.
Eventually, they did open a 15, and they got all the money anyway. But I was just that's really
so.
Pricey.
Did you go specifically to play cards?
A little bit. My mom and I like the machines, and I found a nook where they have the old school machines.
Analog?
Do you hear that high pitched sound?
Yeah.
Yes.
If you hear 3 of those, I'll get a free spin.
You have a problem.
And my mom,
this man.
Yes, go ahead.
She's not really with the modern slots, like the video slots and stuff.
Oh, I mean, there's a lot.
I don't like the video
on.
slots
I
either.
well,
I don't either. I don't
I'm
either.
playing it right now, but
I mean, when you want to see mechanical wheel spinning, and I found a little.
They're going away, Rob. They're going away.
I found where they all at Charlestown. Double diamond, triple diamond, American USA, all the red, white, and blue sevens. All that
still
stuff.
same machines they've
Are
had
they
for
are they
40
progressive
years.
or?
Yes, they are. If you
Okay.
make the full bet, yeah.
Okay. There's
I'm sorry, excuse me.
A little respect when the man spins.
Sorry, excuse me. I don't want to talk through your backspin. Do you
Yes.
feel like I just thinking about going to the casino.
Yeah.
I said if I lose more than $100, I'm going to be upset.
Yeah.
And be honest.
Yeah.
Because you're saving a lot of money not drinking.
I am.
What was your budget going to Charleston?
It was. I brought $180.
So 180.
Yeah, and I came home with 20.
Would you like to know what my budget is for the machine I'm playing right now?
Yes, and do they do it in tokens or do they assign fake dollar amounts to it?
Fake dollar.
Okay, how much?
$1,348,672,780.
I tell you.
Here, that was the free spin. Hear that?
Yeah. Ning! My mom, that was the thing. She doesn't understand because she hasn't played, modern slots in a while. She's playing this game with the wheels. I think it's called Lucky Spin, of course. And she won free games. And she says, "What's happening? It's spinning on its own." And this old man with a cigarette.
Oh, she's so cute.
Hanging the cigarette. He says, "You bonused. You get 7 free spins. Machine will take care of it."
A yellow man next to her.
Exactly.
A yellow and green man.
A yellow and
next to
green
her.
man with the. And then she got scared.
I don't know how
she said,
people can be obsessed with those games.
She said, "I want to play Crazy Rich Asians." I said, "Well, go play Crazy Rich Asians."
I played it. I played it down here in Miami.
And she said, "Well, I don't understand it because a
It's
guy
like
hits
from
something."
the movie?
Yeah, it's licensed by the movie.
Oh,
She
wow.
says,
And I look.
"Yes,
It's all random, right, Rob?
of course.
It's all random.
Every spin is independently
They're
random."
all random, doesn't matter. But I will tell you, the Crazy Rich Asians did me in big time at Hard Rock. It absolutely crushed
Is it fun
my
to
ass.
watch?
It's a beautiful game with high def video images all around and everything. Yeah,
No, because it's not for me. Because I like standard bars.
I
and
do too.
sevens and
I do
I'm
too.
a Wheel
doubles
of Fortune
and
guy.
stuff like
That's
that.
all I got.
Oh,
Yeah, well,
Have
I think
you
the whole
seen the
thing.
game?
I think you have to have a low IQ to play those games.
have you seen?
I do feel sad and dumb
Why?
because
I'm sad.
I'm dumb.
I'm dumb.
I remember being in Vegas with Corleone, and he walked over. He's like, "How's it going?" I'm like, "I just lost $100." He's like, "How do you feel?" I said, "Sad," and he said, "We should start drinking." And that's all.
See, I don't have that option. I don't have that option.
But
I did see some pretty high rollers up there. I saw a lot of money being thrown out. You know where they land at the roulette table, and they had
and the relay. But you know what? This is how bad a gambler I am when I'm at a slot machine or a table game, wherever it is. Rarely a table game.
Yeah.
And I'll hear the crap table go.
yeah.
Yeah. It's like shut up.
Yeah.
I hate people celebrating.
Yeah.
I hate. That's the
You
one
hate
place
winners.
that I hate. No, now hold on. That is not.
Oscar loves winners.
There we go. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
A bonus.
$250,000 on a $12,500,000 bet.
I don't think it's fair when you hit something and you're paying like 3 coins at once. Say you're playing 75 cents a pull, and you
I
hit
would love
something.
to hit
This
a big
is
jackpot.
but this is
for you
by
right now.
design. They know these people don't like math. That's why you feel like you're not really running with real money.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's right. It's math. It's for the math challenge.
Yes.
That's
Of course it is. Yeah.
Hear that ding? That was the free spin. Getting back to this,
But wait,
though,
don't you think when you win, you should at least get your bet back?
Yes.
I
And there
hate
again,
that.
there are machines
I
that do
hate
that for you.
Well, no, a lot of them don't.
When you were in West Virginia,
Yes, at Charlestown.
were you up at all at any moment? Were you like, "Oh my God, this is it"?
I was up
This
80,
is when I
at
can-
$80. One time I was up 80 bucks. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What did you do? You change machine? What is your strategy?
That was when I said, "Look, a $15 table." And I went
you
over.
shifted.
Yeah, and Mike, you have never seen such a cavalcade of 2s and 3s in your life. And it was
Sounds so
killing
sad.
me because it would go like king, ace, 10, king, ace, 2 of diamonds. And guess where I was sitting? At the 2 of diamonds. And at one point, my mom was watching, and she's having a blast. She's loving it. She,
Was she playing, or she just watching you lose?
She was just watching me lose. She likes the
She's
slots.
having fun. Is your mom just thrilled?
Yes.
Is this a new thing with your mom?
Well, we've done it before. We've gone gambling before.
But this is the first time you both are sober.
No, I think we've done it sober before. Although, one time she did, when I was like 17, sneak me into Atlantic City. And she said,
"Oh, that's kind of cool."
She said, "If you get caught, you're on your own, but have fun if you can."
That's kind of fun.
Yeah.
What if you hit a jackpot? You'd be boned.
No, I just played small stakes.
Just like in Full House.
Yeah, and French fried potatoes.
And when Rob said small steaks, he was talking about their little Salisbury steaks.
That's right. The buffet. It was the buffet.
All right.
Yeah, but my mom and I, this is a new thing for me and my mom. We're loving it.
That's sweet.
I love it. The new Rob. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's fantastic. You and Sharon. Would your wife ever come with you to the...
she would probably. I think so.
Okay.
But she's so busy.
We'll take a break, and we will come back with the homepage right here on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Friendship. It's one of the best things life has to offer.
Thank you for being a friend.
We're terrible friends, but we love you.
I know.
And for a true example of brotherly love, look no further than the Mike O'Mara Show.
You get the big casino. Die quietly.
Okay.
It's 80 minutes of chumminess that you can enjoy every day.
The only love I really gave was to Matt Bloom.
That'll bite you on the ass, by the way.
Watch it live as it happens on Facebook or YouTube.
Catch it on the go on Stitcher,
iTunes,
Alexa,
TikTok.
Everybody knows the actions on TikTok.
Yeah.
and as always at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
I'm happy.
You getting teary-eyed?
I'm happy, you dick.
Oh, stop.
Be a friend and share the love today.
It's an easy choice when you're surrounded by loved ones that you love right back.
Oh, that's a sweet end to that. That's good stuff. And once again, we don't say it enough, but we have to say thank you to Jim Amato.
Yes.
And also Mark Riddell, who's, is he back ensconced in the...
Yes, he moved last weekend. He was so exhausted from the move that we had a date at Jimmy's that we couldn't do because he's murdered.
Does he can I say this on air?
What's that?
Does he have a new filly in his life?
No, he does not, as a matter of fact.
Who's that?
I think I know what you're talking about. Are you talking about out in California?
Yeah, but I think that might be postponed, or at least they put a pin in it.
All right. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. What's holding you back from the ultimate gaming experience? Is it the cost? Or are you always on the go? Now you can level up! With Backbone. Yes. Backbone totally enhances your gaming experience on mobile. Backbone just released a PlayStation edition of their beloved Backbone 1 in collaboration with the PlayStation design team. It's inspired by the design of the PS5 DualSense controller, and it's awesome.
Yes.
Simply plug in your iPhone to the Backbone and enjoy console-quality controls as you play your favorite games on the go. It makes such a difference. It's an officially licensed PS controller, and trust me, playing your PlayStation games on the go with Backbone is a game changer. Go to playbackbone.com/TMOS now to order your Backbone, and for a limited time, get free access to over 350 console games and perks. Backbone is now the official partner of Diablo Immortal. Not only is the game specifically optimized for Backbone, but you will also receive $10 off in-game perks. Find your next adventure at playbackbone.com/TMOS. And we are excited about that.
The Diablo Blanco.
From the four corners of the World Wide Web and into your digital device. It's what you need to know. This is the homepage.
This is the
hopeless romantic.
Yes, he is. He is indeed. We start with the Emmys. Last night, the Emmys took place in Hollywood.
I was watching Monday Night Football, but there were some great clips this morning from the Emmys.
Rob, do you have some Emmy clips?
I do. I was very disappointed with Keenan. I like Keenan, and
I didn't even put a story together.
When they went to I'll give you some coverage when we go to the town. But
the town, I'm sorry.
But when they come into the Today Show and they say, "Big night at the Emmys, the Brady kids are back together." And they showed a shot, and it's not even all of the Brady kids. Marsha had the good sense to bow out. And I'm thinking, if I'm not into that, nobody's into that. It's just
I was into it.
But you're into the Brady reunion?
Well, Mike, I don't know if we're going to be able to get her on air. probably best we don't because we don't cross-pollinate. But we have a new team member that has worked on Friends and The Simpsons.
Wow.
And for a short time on the Brady Bunch series.
Well, no, to be perfectly honest, it was a Brady revival. She worked the entire run of the show.
Yes.
But it was a short run.
Yeah, the revival.
Yeah.
But Friends, the entire...
Well, it's great to have Matty Masiello back in the studio.
The entire run of Friends and the first few years of The Simpsons.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna love her. So is she a grown-up?
Yeah,
I mean,
grown-up,
she's not a kid.
No,
right?
no, full grown
She's
adult.
12, Mike.
Yes.
Very good. Rob, you'll have coverage for the Emmys.
Yeah, I think about what we need.
Do you have because as much as I'm not the guy watching that show like you two, I know Steve Martin and Martin Short were pretty funny.
That's the one. That's the one good clip I pulled.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
One of the really awkward side effects of Queen Elizabeth's death, and this is what I saw live yesterday, has been the reemergence of Prince Andrew into the public eye.
Yes.
The royal family kind of put him on the shelf due to his alleged ties to sex traffickers Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine. I hate that fucking name. I swear to God.
Language, please.
Ghislaine Nadine Maxwell. Yesterday, he was accompanying the Queen's funeral procession through the streets of Edinburgh. I watched this live, and he got heckled by a 22-year-old man. I watched this. They clotheslined, they horse tackled this guy, horse collared this guy as he was screaming. Yeah. I didn't know who he was yelling at, but he was, I'm talking about, as close as I am to this backdrop, and he had his hands up, and he's doing that, and all of a sudden you see the guy yanked back first, then he came back to do it again, and then they really yanked him.
He looked like
and it was the
McLovin.
cops that were grabbing him.
Skinny
he was
kid.
heckled, 22-year-old man. Some guy in the crowd yelled, "Andrew, you're a sick old man." Police removed him from the area and ended up arresting him for disturbing the peace and time and a place, but he was screaming at Andrew, and I noticed that Prince King Charles is in his finery, and even the sister is in her finery. Mm-hmm. He was in a regular tux, that morning coat.
I think it was an Indochino suit, if I'm reading correctly.
Yeah, he just mailed in his measurements. Yeah,
Indochino tales from Prince Andrew's collection. Should Brits be worried about their new monarch because he has sausage fingers? I haven't seen this, but I don't know if you guys have.
I have.
Seriously, have you seen King Charles's hands?
I think this is a tempest in the teapot. It's not.
They're
as
all
bad
red
as they
and
say.
swollen. A doctor consulted by the New York Post said there are a lot of conditions that could cause bloated fingers.
God.
Like edema, where the body retains fluids in the limbs. It also could be arthritis.
It's a different picture.
But whatever it is, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen any pictures.
You. Also, this is what Rob's hands used to look like before he stopped.
No, my hands were always beautiful. My feet and ankles were horrible.
Whatever it is, it's probably nothing to worry about. The doctor said, "Oh, wow. Oh, my, not good.
Looks like a pack of hot dogs."
That's not good.
No. You know who loves it? His son.
The doctor said there aren't any immediate health concerns to be
One step
concluded
closer, baby.
from swollen fingers, and it's mostly a sign of his age.
No,
I know you get messed up
his
hands.
feet.
That's
his
weird.
feet look like Rob's feet used to look too.
Really?
Yeah.
His feet are bad too?
Charles's feet.
Yeah, they're huge.
His Majesty's
You
feet.
barely see his ankles.
Oh, good. Well, let's talk about something young.
Please.
Let's do youth.
Yes.
Leonardo DiCaprio has been sniffing around another female, and she's ancient. I'm talking 27 years old.
Oh, my God.
It's model Gigi Hadid. The Hadid sisters. The hot Hadid sisters.
Oh yeah, he's going to be a stepdad. If I'm not mistaken, she's got a little baby.
Oh, that's sweet.
Are they? Did she? Yeah, that's right. She had a baby.
She had a baby.
So did she split up with the baby daddy?
The baby daddy allegedly cheated, and you don't cheat on a Hadid, and now she's with Leonardo DiCaprio.
I believe.
Well, they're not officially dating yet, but there's something.
For all your Oriental rug cleaning needs, just one call to Joe Hadid.
It's another one.
Different
Is he
Hadid.
still around?
Yes.
Yes.
He's still around. Okay. Thanks for almost turning it up at the end too. I really appreciate
it's not
that.
almost. I did. It's my favorite
thank
part.
you. Yeah, great. Source says, "quote They're getting to know each other. Leo is definitely pursuing Gigi. I love that name. That's a beautiful name. It's better than Gislangling. Die in prison, biatch. Thank you. Kellogg's. This is a big story for lazy morning people.
Okay.
Kellogg's unveiled new single-serve containers of cereal called Instabowls. I'm sorry, that's Instabowl.
Whoa, okay.
You almost got it right.
I did that on purpose. That require you to just add water.
Gross.
Water. There's powdered milk at the bottom. So you fill each... Now calm down, Mr. I Hate Change. There's powdered milk at the bottom, so you fill each one halfway with cold water and make it liquidy. That's all you do. They're doing a test run at select Walmarts.
Of course.
Perfect.
It'll sell great.
And plan to sell them nationwide through Walmart.com soon. Each bowl costs $2, which is way more than a normal bowl. A bowl, I'm sorry. That's more than a normal bowl at home costs.
Yes.
So they think we'll pay extra for the convenient on-the-go aspect of things.
KELLOGG, Kellogg's. Best to you.
This all comes from the space program, right? Like, this is all the stuff that the astronauts used to do.
No, in space they eat ice cream. I've seen it at the Smithsonian.
I don't know, Don Draper, if that's where it's coming from. I'm not quite sure.
Where's this coming from?
Yes, it's a space-age polymer technology.
I don't know you.
Powdered milk has been around since the 1800s, so it's not clear why they've been sitting on the idea for so long. Not clear. I love this rating. Not clear why they've been sitting on the idea for so long. Like, it's up there going, when are they going to implement my powdered milk cereal?
Tell Collins that we're doing the powdered milk. Tell Bob Parker that it's ready.
They've got 4 varieties to start. Frosted Flakes. It's a standard winner right there. Fruit Loops, love that cereal. Apple Jacks, right there with my favorites. And Raisin Bran Crunch, great cereal.
Yeah, but don't you feel that the added water and the agitation that would need to follow it would make the cereal almost instantaneously soggy?
No.
I don't think so. I don't think so. If you stir it up quick and you eat it quick
what
like I do.
What if it's really hot water?
Hot water burn baby.
That's right, Oscar.
You guys taught me that.
That's right. Thank you for remembering that. That's the
takeaway.
takeaway.
When you quote one of the great ones, hot water burn baby from Oscar, that made my day. A new study at Harvard and the University of Toronto found kids can already be skeptical and start to question us when they're as young as 4 years old. I kind of could tell you this with my smart guy that's in the room next door. Then they really start figuring out we're full of crap around age 6.
Yeah, that's about
Researchers told obvious lies to a bunch of little kids and tried to convince them that they were telling the truth. For example, they'd show them a rock and claim it was really soft, and then they'd leave the kid alone with the rock to see what they did. Older kids were much more likely to pick up the rock to see if the adult was lying. 4- and 5-year-olds sometimes did it too, but not as often. So be careful the next time you tell an obvious lie to a kid who's older than that. They might call you out on it. I could have told you that as the father of a 9-year-old.
Did you tell any lies to Michael when he was growing up?
Yes, I did. Yeah. I said he built good roads at first.
No.
I'm sorry. No, let's move anyway.
I told Robert that Wayne Newton lived under his bed.
That's right.
I think there's some socks under here that I need put in the hamper post haste.
And now a little something. A 31-year-old man in Texas was arrested on outstanding warrants early Sunday morning when he was found with a single gunshot wound to the buttock.
Oh.
Who shot him, you're asking?
Yeah.
He did. According to witnesses, the man had been firing shots into the air and accidentally shot himself. It's unclear if he was tagged by one of the bullets that was coming back down or if he shot himself directly, as they would say in Texas.
Yeah.
He will survive. He was treated at the hospital and is in stable condition. It's also unclear what the warrants were for or if he will face additional gun charges. By the way, it turns out that shooting your gun in the air in Texas is the way locals celebrate National Chocolate Pie Month. That's what they were doing in Texas. Yes, sir.
How big of a chocolate pie?
A mile wide, Rob.
That's
it was
fantastic.
A full mile. You could drive through it. Anywho, we have to take a little break here. And Oh, big win. Big win. 37 mil in my pocket. One more?
Yeah, please.
Okay. Why did you make me do that? We have to take a little break, and we will be back with more fun. We're going to find out about Oscars, either dumpster wars or the people, human beings, mind you, that have been defecating outside of Oscar's home. GC! We'll be right back.
A salute to Her Majesty, the agony of back pain, and the joys of online gambling. It's all part of the latest bonus show.
I'm going to gamble live on air.
Yes. It looks pretty good, Oscar.
This looks terrible.
He looks like a taxi cab driving down the street with both doors open.
Boris Johnson looks like he would see a chiropractor.
Pero yo subida para el país.
My wife
throw a sandwich against the wall.
I just won $300 million.
This is great.
I'm a degenerate gambler.
The TMOS bonus show covers more in 60 minutes than the TV news channels cover in 30. Be a part of the fun and get a subscription today at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
I felt like I was in a massage parlor. It did not feel right.
I'm sorry, I hit a free spin.
Big win.
Sorry.
Oh, what happened?
Was that Chuck Woolery who said that?
Big win.
Big win.
I still have more coming.
What's the
I have
count?
6 spins left.
Okay.
Thank you. 25 million. I'll stop. This is really.
If it's 25 cents, it still feels like a big win.
Yeah.
It's not 25 cents.
If you were going to cash out right now, what would you get?
I would get $1,507,000. What?
In real money, if you were going to cash out.
It's not real money. This is not real money. It's play money. I'm not really gambling. I couldn't do that on the show. It would be illegal if I did that.
I don't know. It'd be illegal. It would just be a bad idea.
I just won $275 million in funny money.
How much costs the funny money?
Like if you put $100 in, how many millions do you get back in funny money?
You get like 40. You get, I don't know, like 40 billion.
This guy
seems like a good return.
Shut up. All right, let me tell you what.
Yeah, please.
This portion of our program is brought to you by Cornerstone. You may be wondering if right now is a good time to buy a home. Well,
big win.
According to my friend Mark Livingstone at Cornerstone First Financial, it's a great time to buy a home. Inventory is back to pre-pandemic levels, so it's a great chance to marry the house, but date the rate. Yeah. That means as rates change, you can lock in now to protect the entire rates. And once you're locked in, if rates go down, you can refinance your mortgage to lower your monthly payments. Residential lending has changed, and whether you're a first-time maggot home buyer, debating rent versus own, upsizing, downsizing, or anything in between, you need a team that knows your specific options and can get you the absolute best deal. With their years of experience, customer service, and low-rate guarantee, these guys are the absolute BESD best. They are our friends, and they have done all of our loans. Whether a purchase or refinance, call Cornerstone First Financial today. They are the #1 mortgage company of the Mike O'Mara Show. 202-625-1221. That's 202-625-1221 or cornerstonefirst.com. All right, what the hell is going on at your domicile, Oscar? Yesterday it was dumpsters, and today it's you just casually said that
just dumps.
Somebody's taking a dump.
Shannon left the house roughly around 7:30 a.m. this morning, and you could hear like a yelp or a scream. I actually have it on our security cam video. And
she heard a yelp. They said 3 stars, slow service, but the food is good.
She
yelp.
So I heard it in the bedroom. I ran downstairs, and I said, "Is everything okay?" She said, "Someone took a dump on our stoop."
On your stoop?
Wait, hold on a second. This is not the street or the side. On your front porch.
On our stoop.
Oh my God,
yes.
That's weird. That would freak my ass out.
That's malicious.
Makes me think that's just somebody like going out of their way to. I mean,
because remember we had an issue. Questions. We had an issue back at our Georgetown studio across the street, but I think that was convenient.
People that will drop one there.
A dump on the ramp.
Would there be would there be a reason? Wouldn't they have to go up a flight of stairs to do that?
It's 3 steps, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I mean, this is.
Can we give your home address?
No. The off-putting part.
You want to start again? What happened?
Well, I don't want to give too much. I don't want to give people ideas, right? But at the height of our stoop, which is an old house, it's pretty much.
Merle Rogers is driving as fast as she can to your house.
It's the height of a toilet. It's the height of a toilet. Like, because you only have a few steps, the little baby steps, the Georgetown steps up to the stoop. It's not like a stoop from the Cosby Show.
I think I understand what you're saying.
Yes.
So are you saying that from a positional standpoint, the comfort factor of not bending the knees too much was the contributing factor to your stoop being used as a toilet?
Our colonial steps are your modern-day squatty potty. If you're looking at it that way.
Okay.
But
you can hold on to the railing and you've got your feet on the steps, it's dump time.
Yeah, but they're not actually sitting on the step, though.
They're hovering.
Okay, well, then the height of the step doesn't matter very much. If you're hovering, because you're not having to
I think it's more the railing than the step.
Yeah, the railing.
Okay, well, that makes sense.
Who has that type of quad strength?
Well, certainly not me.
And who has the time to soak? So I'm curious. She discovered that, and human right away. Human is human.
She was exaggerating, and I walked outside and I saw like the curly cue of what was someone that had a high fiber diet with the dump on the step.
Oh my God! Now I know that you get all types through your neighborhood. Is your neighborhood well traveled with people that might do that type of thing?
Yeah. There's at every turn. It's
do you have a lot of vegans in your neighborhood?
There's somebody running around punching people at bus stops still. Like, it's a whole thing. The city's.
Do you have a camera out on your front door?
I do. It shows a shadowy figure, and people tend to get drunk and stay and sit at our stoop in the middle of the night because they're college students.
And you're close to the campus and close to bars.
And you get a lot of, "Where are you? I thought you left with so..." Like, you get a lot of, like, just girls and guys yelling into their cell phones.
It's the city. When I stay at my sister's place up there, our guest room is right next to the stoop, and you hear at 4 o'clock in the morning an animated conversation
a lot of cigarettes
right next
are
door.
Being smoked.
Lots of cigarettes
or weed,
involved.
whatever. Mm-hmm. It's just a city.
Wow.
I've never found a turd on my stoop before. Let alone a curly cue.
It's almost like a mob signal.
And
have either one of you ever, openly defecated?
Yes.
I have.
Like outside?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't think
I
so.
did it in Bolivia. Couldn't find a toilet, found a ditch. My dad said, "That's what we got."
I did it in Glastonbury, Connecticut, outside of Stephen DiDomaso's father's RV. But that was alcohol fueled.
Oh, you weren't. Exactly.
I was 13, and the girls stole liquor from their fathers, and I drank too much of it, and I got very sick. And so I had an emergency poop.
But you weren't exacting revenge.
No, but I was totally
I did it once at Wild World.
By the way,
Not really.
I covered it up like a dog would, where I'm like scraping my foot with leaves. You know when they kick. That's what I did. But this is this could be a lot of different things. You could be somebody who's so loaded.
I have it on camera, right? You see someone.
You say shadowy figure. You be able to make it out.
You can't make out who the person is, but you can see that someone's.
What's the point of having a camera?
Were they heavy? Were they thin?
Look, it's enough for me. This is the question I want to ask you guys.
Were they really thin?
No, it looked like a.
Did they have Fairfax license plate?
The famous Fairfax license plate.
No. It did. It seemed like someone that was either hammered or was mentally ill, and they had to go. And we didn't have our little stoop light on, so that's why it's a shadowy figure.
Leave it on every night.
Yeah.
Now every night.
We leave lights on here, man. We have the lights on all night.
Yeah, me too.
And I said to Shannon, "What are we going to do?" She says, "Well, we got to spray it off because you just can't leave a turd."
Oh my God.
I would throw up. I would oh my God, that's so gross.
So
gross.
Do you have any dog bags?
I wouldn't touch
even. Couldn't do it.
There's not enough.
What if you doubled it?
I get the hose.
Makes me sick right here.
We spray it off.
Studio,
Yeah.
far away.
We take care of business.
Yes.
And this is where the true win of my life comes around. They are remodeling a cartoon-sized home in front of my house, and they have a big dumpster outside, right?
That is good.
And I have a lot of garbage to throw away, so I say, I'm just going to go ahead and throw my garbage bags in this dumpster because it's in front of my house.
Mm-hmm. Otherwise, what hassle do you have to go through?
It's just a mess.
How did you recover it?
What do you mean?
Did you pick it up with plastic?
No, he hosed
the
it.
poop. I hosed it off my
you hosed it.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
you
hosed it off. This is coming full circle.
I'd be so grossed out by hosing it. Then it spreads it everywhere.
These bricks look dirty.
Hose it off. Hose it.
I'm getting sick.
No.
Making myself
hosed
sick.
it to what I thought was like the gutter and the drain, like we're onto the road.
All right, we got to go to commercial. I'm going to throw up.
Just briefly, I run across to throw away my trash into the construction dumpster,
right?
Which you're not supposed to do,
right?
And I step in the feces.
Oh,
because I didn't hose it enough.
That was a good button on the
same
story.
Shoes?
No, I had those on the trash.
Okay, slippers.
He's back and better than ever.
Looking fit and ready to go for another year.
Nikki Diamond, now with the help of 9-year-old whiz kid Evan Freeman and the power of the 10K Diamond.
This software runs a 10,000 simulation of each game.
His picks for week 1 say it all.
Giants on the upswing, Titans on the downswing. I like the Steelers plus 6.5 at Cincinnati. The Texans at home getting 7 points against the Colts. The Colts lose. Monday night, Russell Wilson goes home. The crowd's going to go crazy. Too many points. Give me the Seahawks.
Start your football weekend
in the know.
Thursdays all season long on TMOS.
3 words, light them up.
You know, I spoke to Nicky today.
Yeah.
And I told him that he had a really hot week. He said, really?
Happy birthday, Nikki.
Yes, it's Nikki's birthday.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. The weather is gorgeous, so lighten up and enjoy it. Dadgrass is a great way to enjoy it anytime. It can help you chill out before a big meeting or be the replacement for that evening glass of wine. Dadgrass is legal organic hemp that relaxes your body and mellows your mind. Dadgrass CBD products are made with 100% organic hemp that's easy to dose, and the effects come on smooth. Try their token smokable pre-roll joints, or if you prefer, hemp flower, or their selection of CBD tincture drops. Whether you're looking for a new buzz or a chill way to enjoy an old favorite, Dadgrass will leave you in a euphoric mood. All Dadgrass products are federally legal for ages 18 and over, and it ships right to your door anywhere in the good old US of A. Go to dadgrass.com/TMOS to check out their products right now. Dadgrass is offering our listeners 20% off your first order when you go to dadgrass.com/TMOS.
Every night I take Dadgrass, go straight to bed. I don't even have no drinking, just Dadgrass.
It's not enough Dadgrass so great.
Make me hose that Stoop off. Go to dadgrass.com/TMOS for 20% off your first order. That's dadgrass.com/TMOS. That really makes even hearing that story just gets me all.
But you know, in his neighborhood, with the age of it, it's not the first time there's just been stool on the street.
Yeah, it's one thing when a dog is, the people don't pick up after their dogs. When it's a human, it's just more personal.
Well,
there's something really filthy about it.
Yeah.
There's something truly in our culture.
Yes.
In the American culture, there are other cultures where it's not that big a deal. Where it's not. I mean, it's just not as we're
like in the
as
Carolinas.
Well, in Bolivia on a regular basis, I would see people just on the side of the road taking a dump.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah, on a regular basis.
That's tough. That's
that's poverty,
the culture.
Right? Well,
it's poverty. It's poverty. It can be poverty, but
yeah.
it's cultural in India. Yeah. There's culture involved. In fact, they fight against it. They try to get people not to do it.
Yeah,
but people do it
horrible
anyway.
For health. Yeah,
because it's terrible for health. It really is. I think it's. Will you keep the light on at least tonight just to see if they're because what if the person likes it?
No, I don't
think that location.
Now you're messing with my mind.
What if he went to his friends and said, "I found the greatest place," and they don't
you have audio
have
with your cameras? You have audio with your cameras?
When I send you what I have, it is so off-putting. This is something.
But I mean, do you have like audio where if you saw it happening, you could say, "Hey, get out of my yard! You are being videotaped."
No, I don't have the two-way. I could open the door and pass them some toilet paper.
Oh, don't do that. That seems to be encouraging.
I just bought some cameras for some Ring cameras. For here. So and it's the audio was part of the. Hey, get out of here!
I thought it was karma though when I went to go dump my trash in the dumpster that I shouldn't have dumped in.
Yes,
that I stepped in the dump that was left and rolled off my stoop.
Okay, just to button this up once and for all, what footwear were you wearing?
I was. This is. If you have not purchased your Rothy's sneakers or loafers,
you did it to those wonderful, beautiful Rothy's.
Yeah, but this is what's great. You can wash. I've washed my Rothy's multiple times.
Yeah,
they look brand new.
Yep.
Yeah. So you know what I did?
Congratulations.
Took the hose, washed them off, threw them right in the washer.
That's congratulations.
Yeah.
That now I feel better. I'm less nauseous than I was before. Before we move on, and we have a good sound town. Rob's got a little bit of Emmy stuff he wants to share with us. I wanted to share that I love the old guy who played Tyrene Lannister, the Hand of the King on Game of Thrones. Not Peter Dinklage.
Okay.
Not the new Hand of the King?
Peter Dinklage's father, that old guy.
Oh, that died on the crapper.
Yeah, that died on the crap. Yeah. He plays the Pope on The Serpent Queen, which is a new show that's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. And he was Lord Mountbatten on The Crown. His name is Charles Dance.
Yes, I got him right here.
I think the guy's got to be north of 80.
Yeah.
And he is just on everything.
Oh, yeah.
And he's just perfectly evil, and that's the way he is that way. If you're an actor that has that attitude, that you can get plenty of work. That's the way it is.
Did you watch? My God. I'm going to show you. This guy is jacked.
That's not the same
That's
guy.
the same guy.
You're kidding.
I'm not kidding. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show my.
Wow.
Is he in great shape?
He's in amazing shape, because when Oscar clicked on it, I couldn't see his face.
Oh my God! How old is he? Yeah, find out how old he is, because that's pretty amazing body with that head.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
You know the head looks almost
wild.
The head looks dead.
Did you watch Dragon Show this week?
I haven't watched it yet. I haven't finished watching.
It still continues to move at a snail's pace.
75 years old.
75, and that's a recent picture of him.
Okay, that's a good body for a 75-year-old and a lousy face for a 75-year-old.
He was born in 46, and the woman he is smooching is his girlfriend.
Oh, well, he's the same age as the king with his swollen hands. Mm-hmm. And by the way, I have more to come on that. I want to do a deep dive on that one and find out what's going on with that.
Also a great band.
This guy, so the Serpent Queen, I'm watching. I love the royalty dramas.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
They make me smile. And but Game of Thrones, the problem with the dragons and all that, they got to get it. It's got to be more sex, and it's got to be more violence.
The last two episodes have been slow.
Yep,
they're terrible. They're terrible. It just doesn't move along.
You brought up something that was in the back of my mind, and now I can't shake it, is that the princess looks younger than she is, and it's a little off-putting for me. It's not just the fact that she has a mouth that looks like it has braces in it. That's part of it. But she looks so young that when she actually
having her interact with a borderline sexual thing.
There was no borderline sexual thing this week. This was sexual stuff this week. Yeah.
Oh, see, I don't.
And
I
didn't like it. I didn't like
it. Come on. Now bring the adults in. At least with
the dragons look great.
Daenerys, when she was older on the Game of Thrones, I mean, she was a grown woman, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Naked in the fire. We all like that. When did they lose their mojo? This is not difficult stuff.
It's just a slow build. It's a slow build.
When are they gonna pivot and stop having the 12-year-old the princess? Because that to me, I agree with Rob. It makes me feel weird.
I think she's getting braces on the next episode.
I hope so. On her legs.
But in those days, the braces were made out of the bones of the non-believer. Tiny little.
It was hard to find a good orthodontist.
I mean, it's just not. And by the way,
House of Orthodonture.
The girl that married the king. The Rob lookalike. The king, she's too young.
No.
Well, the king looks like me, not the girl.
Sweet.
No.
She was.
Will you straighten him out, please? That is not right. That is not right. What he's doing. What is he? I mean, you're being worse than Leonardo DiCaprio. That's disgusting.
No,
they're children. It's like kiddie porn.
First off,
come on.
The actresses are all older. They're over 18.
Doesn't matter to me. I looked it up, and she's 22, I believe. Yeah. But still, it's not so much her actual age; it's what she portrays on the show.
The
that I
daughters.
They didn't take my recommendation for Daenerys, and all you needed was a little hair dye.
Yes,
Angelica Houston.
Oh, see, now I'm watching.
She's still alive.
Well, I think she is. Actually, Mike, she did get called back for the show to play the dragon.
But let's I can't beat.
Put these wings on me, darling.
No, would you not, Oscar? Would you not agree?
It's off. It is off-putting, but I don't. I'm not enamored with that level of the storyline where they're just basically trying to get everybody married at a young age. What I am enthralled by is the brother who wants to be king.
So you're all in.
Because all he's doing is setting up the big the swerve, right?
Yeah, but he has a big scene with the little girl this week. The brother does.
With the daughter.
The brother.
Yeah, but they're not being intimate. They're just talking to each other.
Well, I don't know. There's some intimacy.
And then
they don't consummate.
You're giving the whole thing away. Spoiler alert. I didn't watch it yet. Come on.
Maybe it was at the end.
Before we go to break here, I want to give you a recipe. I was watching The Hillbilly Chef on YouTube. Don't know where she comes from, but it's a lady, and she's, let me see if I've got it somewhere in my...
Because I see this hillbilly chef that's on TikTok, and he's always making stuff with cream cheese and hot sauce.
No, this is a lady, and I don't know if I've got it right with The Hillbilly Chef. I might have it wrong, Hold on.
Is it a TV show on TikTok?
It's, I think it's
YouTube.
Down Home Country Cooking on YouTube. Okay. Here we go.
Hold on. That's not
very popular. Almost 1 million subscribers.
Come on. What's wrong with my...
Yeah.
But depending on what she's cooking, we're losing them by the day. We lost another one to cheese poisoning.
Who doesn't want a hamburger casserole?
That's probably like tater tot casserole. I'll take that.
Or grilled cheese chili dog.
These
I think it's called the Hillbilly Kitchen. Here she is.
Right. Okay. The Hillbilly Kitchen.
All right, here we go.
Man, a lot of videos.
Yeah, video. It's good video.
I love it when people are just creating.
Even if it's
not coming through my
chili cheese dog.
I'm not big into milk.
I hate using computers. It doesn't work for me. I've got it right here.
I know one thing that works on that computer.
What's that?
Your slot machine.
Yes. Yeah. Maybe a little less slots, a little more prep for the show.
No, I think he's fine.
You're right. Guilty. Oh, okay, you dipshit.
Mike,
you might want to turn up the seriously.
Language.
I swear to God. All right, here's the lady. Here's my lady. All right. Put God first. That's the.
Now this is a really old, really simple recipe. I have a half a head of cabbage, half a pack of bacon, and a chopped onion.
Wow.
You want at least a half of a chopped onion. That's going to be a main part of your flavor. Whether you use a whole or half is just entirely up to you, and a little salt and pepper. And that's all I'm putting in mine.
A pound of bacon?
Now, there's a lot of other stuff you can add.
It's a half a thing of bacon.
Okay.
It's a half a head of cabbage. Mm-hmm. It's a chopped onion. And you fry it all up and you put it in there, and then you throw the bacon. You render the bacon,
right?
Cook the bacon, take the bacon out. You put your cabbage in your bacon grease with your onion, and then you take your cabbage and you.
I'm all for it. I'm all for that. But that's
diabetes watch.
Cabbage is the main ingredient. It's got a little bit of fat, but it's cabbage.
Yeah,
it's cabbage primarily.
It's not horrible for his diabetes stuff, but. That's a lot of bacon. I used some bacon. I made squash
a lot of bacon,
this
it's
week.
not with all that cabbage. It's not like a. Yeah, we have to take a break. Sorry. Yeah, it's called
the Hillbilly Chef.
The Hillbilly Kitchen. The Hillbilly Kitchen. Put God first.
Yeah,
that's what
always,
they say.
Mike. Always. And
could you for the kids. Could use some work on her lighting. A lot of cabinet lights, not really on her.
Could use some work on her hours of sleep at night. We'll take a break and come back with the Town of Sound. I love the Condo Bob promo.
Got a wife named Kathy and a son named Rob. He's retired now. He doesn't miss that job. Says hey to the ladies that are in the mob and everyone around. knows Condo Bob.
Condo Bob.
He will henceforth be Condo Bob.
Condo Bob.
Condo Bob.
You'll become a legend just like Condo Bob when you subscribe to the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. Click the banner and subscribe today.
To Condo Bob.
Condo Bob.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got all caught up in that. I do my live singing along to that promo. It makes me happy. This portion of the Mike O'Mara Show is brought to you by Legacy Box, the simplest and safest way to digitize all of your aging videotapes. And your camcorder tapes, and your film reels, and your pictures. The Legacy Box team professionally digitizes everything by hand. They do it right here in the U.S. Did you know that magnetic tape, like VHS and camcorder tape, was only made to last 10 to 20 years? That might be freaking you out right now, but it's the truth. Digitizing your old media keeps it safe forever. The time to act is now, because Legacy Box, and I appreciate people giving me the feedback that they've done it recently with this great deal. They're running a $9 tape sale regularly, $27 to $30. We've all used it. I converted actual film from the 1950s. It looks fantastic.
I found a picture of my grandfather that I'd never seen in my life using Legacy Box. It's crazy.
It's really they're a longtime advertiser, and they're wonderful, and our listeners have loved them. Videotapes, get them done before they
over a ditch.
before they disintegrate.
Here he is in Georgetown in 1910.
And now you too can relax knowing your irreplaceable moments can be viewed, shared, and passed on for future generations with Legacy Box. Your memories are meant to be relived, not chewed up by the VCR or worn away with time. Convert your tapes into digital so you can take them anywhere safely. For a limited time, you can get started for just $9 a tape. At this special price, there's never been a better time to convert your entire collection. Visit legacybox.com/TMOS to shop their $9 tape sale. That's legacybox.com/TMOS to unlock this podcast first offer. And thank you for being a fine advertiser, Legacy Box.
Sound.
We call this stereophonic sound.
Soundtown.
So did you watch the Emmy Awards, Mike?
Not one
You
minute.
knew they were on, though, right?
Yeah, I knew they were on.
Know?
Oh, I knew they
Missed
were on.
it.
I chose to miss them. Do you want to hear a montage of winners, or do you not care?
I would simply because I didn't get a chance to watch it. I'm like people that might not see it. I wouldn't mind seeing.
You know what
was
did
going
very
on.
well? Theodore Lasso. Theodore Lasso did very
Great show.
well. But here's the montage for the 74th Emmy Awards.
Lead actor in a limited anthology or anthology series or movie. Michael Keaton Dubson for lead actress in a limited or anthology series or movie.
Mandy Seyfried.
For supporting actor in a comedy series. Brett Goldstein.
Best supporting actress
All right,
in a
stop,
comedy series.
stop. I don't even know the people. So who? Mandy who? What was she? What did she win it for? Just doing it?
No, it wasn't Mandy Moore. No, but you should know that Brett Goldstein is from Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
Okay. Who was the lady before that? Do you know?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I didn't
either.
recognize it. No.
Okay. All right.
For outstanding achievement in a competition.
Lizzo's watch out
for the big girl.
For Best Variety Talk Series.
Last Week Today with John Oliver.
For Variety Sketches Series.
Saturday Night Live.
Lead actress in a comedy series. Jean Smart. Hat.
For lead actor in a comedy series.
Jason Sudeikis.
For lead actress in a drama series.
Can you pause it for a second?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Why is there any evidence that our star power is fading in the United States?
Well, there are no stars anymore.
I mean, they all sound da 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 da. Why are they all doing the Oprah announcement? I mean,
there used to be show business. There used to be movie stars and television stars and Dignity.
Well, now you can watch them on TMZ. We've talked about this.
Yeah,
that's true. Right, that's right. And everyone does an impression of Jennifer Coolidge. That's where we are now. That's what we got.
Smart. Hat.
For lead actor in a comedy series.
Jason Sudeikis.
For lead actress in a drama series.
Zendaya for
in a drama series.
Lee Jung-jae.
For limited
I can't do it. I can't.
anthology
Stop.
series.
Stop. I can't do it.
All right. But Mike, you will be pleased to
children
know
presenting, and it sucks.
You will be pleased to know that best drama series was Succession.
Yes.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Well, that's good. And
deserved.
I love the Zendaya. That's wonderful. Euphoria is a fantastic.
It's so funny, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. Stop.
All right. Speaking of funny, here are Keenan's opening jokes, and I felt bad for Keenan because I like Keenan. They made Keenan dance. He did a musical number, Uncomfortable. These are 3 of his jokes. This is not Emmy Award-winning material.
Now, I love Squid Game, and if you don't know what Squid Game is, it's a contest you enter when you're in massive debt and desperate for money. Joining the cast next season, Netflix. Thank you. Zendaya is here from Euphoria. Hello, Zendaya. Zendaya just turned 26 last week. Happy birthday. 26 is a weird age in Hollywood. I mean, you're young enough to play a high school student, but you're too old to date Leonardo DiCaprio. Okay. Martin Short and Steve Martin are seated right in the front here. Right up front, so if they win, it should only take about 15 minutes to walk them up here. I love it.
Rob, this is the death of the award show.
It is. It really is. Yeah.
No one that's who they can get. They can get Keenan.
I like Keenan. I like Keenan, but he's a bad fit. He's a bad fit.
He's not a star.
Now
he's not.
This was my favorite moment of the ones that I clicked on and watched. Martin Short, Steve Martin, and I love her, Selena Gomez.
Yeah.
I think she's so pretty and so talented. They come out to make a presentation, and this is their opening jokes.
You didn't need to throw this so pretty.
Well, she is so pretty, though. No.
Yeah, when you say it, though.
Yeah, it just makes my flesh.
All right, let me tell you this. Martin Short is so pretty. Is that better?
Yeah, well, they play their patter. They're tired.
Thank you so much for what was in my head a standing ovation. Well, really, what an audience you are. I wish I could box you up and take you home like classified White House documents. Earlier tonight, as I was walking the red carpet I have at home, I thought, what's the difference between being in movies versus television? And I realized, well, Marty can get work in television.
You know what I love about working with these guys? No paparazzi, ever.
There you go. That's good.
And they went on a little bit more, and Steve Martin actually tried to sell a reverse mortgage, which I thought was very funny.
It was cute. It was cute, but it was not.
No, there's nothing sensational.
It wasn't Ricky Gervais funny.
No,
you know what I mean?
Not at all. No.
Right.
Anyway, what's up with that with Keenan, huh? What's up with that?
Did he do that bit?
No, he did not. That would have been funny, so we're not allowed.
That would have been very funny.
All right, let us close with this. I love this. This went viral, I believe, on Instagram. It's an Australian man yelling at a couple on a bus because they were making love, and he had no patience.
Like really doing it?
Yes, he had no patience for it. So this guy is my new hero.
Listen, brother, you don't on the bus, mate. I don't care if you're homeless. Don't on the bus. I don't care if you've got autism. It doesn't mean on the bus. Get the off and go in the park or something. Have some respect for yourself, you chatty.
Have some effing respect for yourself.
Do you have the uncut version at all? Is that available anywhere?
It is available. I just don't have it with me.
Maybe for the bonus show, we'll play the uncut version because we're dirty.
But anyway, what? I don't care if you're autistic. You don't screw on a bus. That's all I got, Mike.
Go to the park, mate. Go to the park. Show some self-respect, for God's sake. There. We got to get out of here. We'll be back with a brand new show tomorrow. Tomorrow on the show, also, we've got an interesting guest who's written a new book. Mike DiVicino has written a book called Dear Joey, Letters from Prison. This guy did 30 years in the joint. Very good friends with our old friend Leah Remini. And he tells you all about the experience he had in prison through letters that he had fellow inmates write.
Wow. Yeah,
fascinating.
It's very cool.
And we'll look forward to talking to Mike DiVicino tomorrow on the Mike O'Mara Show. That's it. We got to get out of here. And don't forget to subscribe to our bonus show content. Rob Spiewak and Oscar Santana, Mike O'Mara saying so long, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Want more? Make sure you check out the Mike O'Mara bonus show. Get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
There's no words. No words. No words.
I see dead people.
Ridiculous, humiliating, ludicrous, painful, savage, brutal, cruel, and all false.